Russell Wilson and the Chicago Blues taking on Trevor Lawrence and the San Francisco 49ers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for Jones last week, 19 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. On play action, Lawrence. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Lawrence. This is Smith with a grab. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Touchdown! It's complete. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Well, here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Blues are an extra point away from drawing level. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, last game he had 2 sacks, got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends. we've seen so far.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, San Francisco.
These two teams all tied after one. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. On first down, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, it's Jones. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. On the return is Duvernay. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Devontae Parker with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. On the return is Duvernay. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to...
Julio Jones all alone. Chicago! Julio Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Blues have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week, as his first one here's away. This is taken around the 12. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. It's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected. And they want to. So how do you cover him?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is, despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come.
Touchdown! Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Blues are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. From the 27, Lawrence. Quick slant here to Smith. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Lawrence will throw. He finds his target. It's Evans.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And complete. Spiller out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down now, but that clock rolling. Lawrence's throw taken in by Evans here. And he's got this down to the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Again, it's Lawrence. There's Evans again, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. The left side completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And Myers able to knock it through. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just the offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now Lawrence to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 20. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Play action. It's Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Blues have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Play after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the... kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And here's Jones again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll field this at the 5. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here, you're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing.
The ball comes out, and this is going to be 49er football.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Chris Barnes showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is
touchdown 49ers. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. Third quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Blues are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10.
Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there. And he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
The Niners on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got it. It's Spiller. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw there taken in by Smith. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Lawrence. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got Smith here. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's got it. Touchdown, 49ers. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. On the return is Duvernay. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 7. 1:55 remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Able to find Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Throwing now is Wilson. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Lawrence. Connects with Peoples-Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Drops it to Jones in the flat. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This from long, very long range. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.